Good thing about the Sony ZV E10 when you pair it with a manual is you haven't got the viewfinder, so you're not doing that silly photographer's pose where you're Meike 35mm f1.7. So I've had the Meike 1.7 35mm for about a week, maybe not that long. What do I think of it? So I've been out today, take some pictures with the Meike 35mm f1.7. It's my first 35mm lens, and really happy with it so far. Really happy with it so far. I've took a lot of pictures with it today. I went to a place called Netherfield Lagoon. Never heard of it. It's in Nottingham if you ever want to go. It's a bit of a tricky place to go, but really good. Took some photos. So the reason I got a manual lens, the reason I got this manual lens, one, I got it for a great deal, got it off eBay, £50, including delivery. £50 for a lens that takes some really good photos. I wanted to get into manually focusing. The reason I wanted to do that was it's harder. It makes you think a lot more when you're taking photos. So when you take pictures with your mobile phone, you don't really think about it. You just whip it out and take the picture. You're not really too bothered about anything else. Whereas with this, you have to think about making sure your aperture's right, making sure your shutter speed's right, making sure everything's right before you take the photo. So you may miss a couple of shots, but it just makes you think about everything a lot more. And when you're thinking about taking photos, you probably move your camera slightly to a better position, or you'll walk closer to the camera, or you'll walk further back from the camera, just to make sure that that photo is right. And what I found when I was out with this today is that I was doing that. I was making sure that I wasn't just taking any silly photos. I was trying to take as good a photos as I could take today. So I was trying to find my location. I was walking through mud just to try and get a better angle, maybe closer to what I was trying to photograph. I just think it's going to make me a better photographer. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. So I set my camera up so I could do focus peaking. I think that's what it's called, where as you're focusing, I'll try and get a video of that so you can see what I mean by focus peaking. But as you're zooming in, what's in focus gets like a white glow around it, or like white marks around it. So you know that's what you're focusing on. And doing that just means you're taking time with your photo, taking time with your camera, learning your camera, and that's what I wanted to do with this camera. I wanted to learn about it as much as I can, because I've seen a lot of videos and they say you're only as good as your camera, and you're only using your camera to 5%, so why try and upgrade your camera when you're not using it to its full potential? So I felt that getting a manual lens, switching focus peaking on, I'm getting to use my camera more, I'm getting to use its settings more, I'm getting to see what I think's good about it, what I think's not good about it, or all that thing. And I think the good thing about the Sony ZV E10, when you pair it with a manual, is you haven't got the viewfinder, so you're not doing that silly photographer's pose where you're like, you're looking at the screen, and you're just trying to get better photographs by doing that. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this, to be fair, today. Got my steps up and walking around, but it's really good. Everything about it's all metal, it's really well built, it's solid. There's resistance to your focus, there's resistance to your aperture, so you're not just sliding around and making mistakes. What you've set it on is set. Shooting a lot of photos in infinity, just because I couldn't zoom in because it was too far away, and some of the things I wanted to get the whole shot, the whole picture, the whole scenery, if you like. So I was doing a lot of infinity, but then I did do some close-ups on some flowers, and just trying to get different angles. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get better, trying to get different angles where I'll be focusing on the background, but got the front blurred out, and then vice versa. That's what I really wanted to do. And with autofocus, I've just not been able to do that. I'm using the Sigma 16mm now to do this video because I haven't mastered videos with a manual lens as yet. I know you have to set yourself up and then don't move, because then you might be out of focus, whereas with this I can come forwards and backwards, left and right, and it's got me. So really happy, as I say, really happy with manual lens so far. I'm looking at another lens, but I won't tell you about that yet, and I'm just debating on whether it be another manual. I've got two. I've got a manual lens and a autofocus lens that I'm looking at, debating. We'll see what happens. So I'll be going on holiday with this little beauty next month, April, end of April. So I'll be using this to take some shots. As I say, because it's so small, I can just put it all in my pocket. That's what I did today. I just put my camera in my pocket and walked around. Whereas with the Sigma, it's probably double the size of this. So it's a bit more hard to handle. I will be carrying this with me though, because it is my video camera, video lens, if you like. So I will be carrying this with me, but I will be taking all my stills, I would think, with this. That's the plan. But yeah, really happy with this. I say I got it off eBay for £50. I think you can get it for brand new for about £70 or £80. Still really good price. But yeah, really happy. So I think if you're looking at picking up a manual lens, do it knowing that you may miss a few shots, but the shots you take in the long run will be better. That's what I think. That's what I feel so far. So far so good with this lens. Keeping it, really like it. It's tiny, as I say. It's for the win. I also think if you can take good photos already, better photos than me, then this is ideal, because you will probably be one step ahead of the game in taking photos and focusing and doing all that good stuff. I say I'm very new to photography, very new to taking videos, taking vlogs, doing all this sort of stuff. So for me, I think this is ideal, and I think for the majority of people, I think this lens would be perfect. One thing I did miss when I was using this, and I do miss when I was taking photos with a Sigma, was that zoom. There are times where you do need a zoom lens. So I've just had a look on Amazon. As you can see, £80 near enough for the Meike brand new. I was able to get this on eBay for £50. I think it's £50 very well spent. So £50 got me a new lens, new manual lens with great photography capabilities, great portability, and it's £50. I think it's probably the best £50 you can spend on a lens. Really do. So yeah, if you're looking at it, thinking about it, get it. Have a look at secondhand. This it's perfect. There's not a mark on it. There's nothing wrong with it at all.